And I think it's important that from time to time we take a look at what's going on in the drama and commentary community. We're going to be watching a Boblax video. People have been sending it my way and asking me to watch it on Discord, so I've decided I'm going to go ahead and do that. But the thumbnail of this video is what made me decide to go through with it. Because I feel like the thumbnail could potentially be a little bit misleading in regards to the content of the video, because I'm pretty sure Boblax isn't going to go on some Nazi homophobic rant or anything. But I feel bad that I have not played Tears of the Kingdom at all. And you guys probably wish that I was playing through Tears of the Kingdom on stream, because it's like the big game and all that, and I haven't played it or anything. So instead of playing the game, because I'm not buying a Nintendo console, I'm going to cover the stuff being talked about around the game. But funnily enough, someone's already gotten to that before me, and it's Boblax. There are a lot of conservatives losing their shit over Tears of the Kingdom, and Boblax actually talked about it. And he does a really good job of sort of like chronicling together a bunch of insane people's tweets and posts. So I'm excited to see what the crazies are saying about Tears of the Kingdom. I would assume it's like getting mad about Link being a femboy. Like Link being the most androgynous hero that's technically a guy, I think, to ever be the main character of anything. Oh my god, I almost sent this video to you, Xand. Yeah, people have been asking me to watch this a lot. So here's the thumbnail. Pretty interesting thumbnail and title. Let's take a look at the video. It's obviously an ironic title, but yeah. Okay, let's get into it. I'm very curious of what this is gonna be. People have been sending this to me a lot. Right off the, we're off to a good start. We're off to a damn good start. Is that a horse? Oh god.
Kingdom is not a masterpiece by synthetic man, with a big-breasted Zelda looking straight into Ganondorf's cock
Ganon
for the thumbnail. I'm sure this review is gonna have some very level-headed critiques.
The king being a goat man, who are the Zonai people who came from the heavens, is borderline satanic imagery. I have no idea if this is intentional or not, but Japan used to be infamous for putting weird Christian symbolism in anime and occasionally video games, so this could be an extension of that.
Whoa, we're entering a level of like hyper right-wing super chud that thinks that anime is satanic. We're entering a new plane of insanity, guys. Buckle the f*** up. We're about to hear some shit. Okay.
That, or again, if you want to take the schizo angle, this is a result of a certain cult organization full of quote-unquote elites that are subtly inserting their propaganda into video games.
Yes, this guy made a Legend of Zelda review where he alludes to Jewish conspiracies being inserted into this Japanese-developed game because one of the new races introduced resembles a goat. Just like how there's races in Zelda that resemble...
Bro, how'd this guy react when they introduced Draenei to WoW? How old is he? Was he alive in 2006? This guy thinks goat people are satanic? How'd he react when he found out about the Draenei? The ironic thing is the Draenei are the opposite of satanic. They, like, worship the light.
Birds and fish and whatever the fuck a Goron is.
Holy magic.
I personally thought the Zonai looked more like llamas, but fuck man, the Jews got me. Thank God this Legend of Zelda review exists because it's opening my third eye and is helping me finally realize just how much propaganda Nintendo is shoving into their video games.
Not to mention the quote-unquote subtle homosexual imagery from Breath of the Wild has been expanded even further in this one, and I already know people are gonna say I'm reading into it and no kid's gonna see this shit, but that's exactly how you desensitize people and how you groom them, right? You expose them to things.
Dude,
they're literally just kids can't be allowed to know gay people or trans people exist. And the only way to ensure kids don't know trans or gay people exist is to eliminate them entirely from society as a whole. How about the Eridar? They mostly join the Burning Legion. The conspiracies are true, Re. Yeah, technically the Eridar are like your average like demon goat type sort of thing. And a lot of the demons in the Burning Legion are cloven-hooved.
He 100% thought that line was like the biggest brain move ever. This is what grooming is, guys. It's subtly exposing kids to things. See, guys, it says right here on Google that grooming is the practice of preparing or training someone for a particular purpose or activity. I'd like to see you libtards try to disprove that one.
The vow that each of the...
I feel like Boblax has pretty, like, very good core beliefs and moral, like a very good core moral compass. I feel like he's just not a very, I feel like he's one of those people that doesn't want to get into politics until politics involves him, right? And he likes Tears of the Kingdom. He's enjoying the game. And now he's stumbled across, like, this schizo rant by a Nazi talking about how the game is, like, gay Jewish propaganda or whatever. And he's like, oh, what the fuck? And now he's getting, like, into politics because it's gotten into what he's into, right? But otherwise, he wouldn't be talking about politics because it's the last thing that he's really interested in. That's the kind of person that he is. And usually, when I see Boblax talk about politics in, like, a very fundamental sense, his takes are pretty good. But because he's not really a politically minded guy, I oftentimes see him give his takes on things, and they tend to be very uninformed. Not uninformed, actually. Uninformed is the wrong word. Uninformed's the wrong word, because it implies he doesn't know what he's talking about. It's more so that he doesn't know the context, because he doesn't pay attention to politics until it involves him, right? So I recently saw Boblax, like, 2 days ago on Twitter, tweeting about how kids don't actually care about Pride Month, and it was in response to a video of a bunch of homophobes beating the shit out of Pride, like a Pride march outside of a courthouse for recognizing Pride Month. And a bunch of, like, homophobes attacked the protesters and the demonstrators. And Boblax's response was, kids don't care about Pride Month. Why are adults fighting over this? It's just going to get the kids hurt. And at the core, you can tell Boblax's take is, like, a good one. He wants to protect kids. He wants to, like, he's tired of, like, all this political bullshit happening around kids. But at the same time, it reveals that he's not aware of the fact that those people demonstrating outside of that courthouse are fighting against laws being passed by Republicans. Oh, it was in front of a school, sorry. Are fighting against laws passed by Republicans that are cracking down on the legal rights of those kids who are gay. So whether or not those kids care about Pride Month is one thing, but the fact that the Republicans are cracking down on their very rights to exist, it adds a lot of context to that video that I think matters and you know, should be considered before making a take like that. Because that's very much a bunch of adults defending those LGBT kids, not trying to politicize them.
New Sage's takes to Link looks like they're proposing to him. And Sidon, the giant shark guy, people already made a bunch of gay lewd images between him and Link when Breath of the Wild came out. Well, now,
God, I love this.
him quite literally putting a ring on his finger.
Hello, I'm Eiji Aonuma, producer of the Legend of Zelda series.
This is gonna be good.
We've seen a lot of interesting fan feedback on the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild character, Sidon. In response to your passion for Sidon and Link's friendship in the Nintendo Switch title, we've made the unfortunately tough decision to delay the upcoming release of The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom to 2023 in order to further develop the budding relationship between these beloved characters. Here's what we have so far. Please take a look.
He's gonna show some gay. Yep.
Come on, Nintendo, fuck off with this gay shit!
And man, their relationship.
I called it. I was just about to say he's gonna show some gay, like, fan art. You know, he's gonna show some gay fan art. But yep, it was fish porn. Hey, listen, there was no fish dick though, so we're all good. Hey, chat, do you like fish dicks?
Relationship is too fucking weird, dude. I don't care that they literally give him a wife in the story. I'm not convinced.
Dude, we all know you're fiending for that Sidon cock. Look at that fucking smile. That's a gay smile.
And Riju's a Gerudo, and if you've seen any of their Rule 34,
No, I haven't looked up Rule 34 of this prepubescent Zelda character. But luckily, that was in the old game. In this one, you're only a hibba if you like her.
you know, they're usually sporting a little something extra.
Fuck, dude. Bro self-reported that hard. God damn. Oh my god. I wouldn't have caught that. Good thing Boblax has played the game. Jesus.
Come. That's why I'm gonna... That's why I'm going doing your pussy tonight, Link. Though obviously that's not canon, but you get the point, man. Every character that vows to him might as well be male.
So the Japanese video game developers, who are really controlled by the Jews, are subtly grooming children by having the main male protagonist with long hair, who needs to repair his damaged hand after getting attacked by gloom, which shares a striking resemblance to the color of the Conservative Party, by taking their sacred vows. One of which who is actually a girl, but is really a boy, because underage CP porn of them exists where they have a huge cock. And since transphobia is basically entry-level bigotry, of course this character is actually meant to be a man. Honestly, the real reason Link's probably going after Zelda is because she secretly has a massive cock.
I actually really like what Boblax said there. That was actually a really good point from Boblax that I did not expect him to say. Transphobia is entry-level bigotry. Right now, transphobia is like the most acceptable form of bigotry that is like popular. If you're racist publicly, you're gonna get, like, a lot of shit. It'll be potentially career-ending for you. Misogynistic? Same. Like, go down the line, right? Homophobic, even? Same. Transphobic, though? There are a lot of people out there who are just fine with their careers totally intact after espousing that they downright do not view transgender people as, like, equal human beings. This is something that will hopefully change. In fact, I know it will change, but that just kind of shows, like, where we're at. Like, when you see somebody, like, fiddling around with transphobia, that's the beginning of the road, at least at this point.
After all, she is growing the Master Sword for Link.
Jesus, he's hand-mogged by everyone. He's hand-mogged by a child. Link was destined to be a bottom. It's over.
Can't wait to see the online Rule 34 lolly CP of this bird character just railing Link in the ass with a strap on. Can't believe Nintendo made Link such a woke bottom character in this game.
There's all sorts of little nuggets of wokeness, like Paya now having a giant brown boyfriend who looks like a Giga Chad in comparison to Link, despite the fact she was thirsting for his dick in the last one.
Wait, how is a buff black guy existing next to Paya woke? What? Even from, like, a sarcastic point of view, I don't know how to comment on this because is just being black woke now? Is being buff and black woke? Does this?
Yeah, that's what they've always meant by it, Boblax. Yeah. Ain't shit changed, brother. This is what it's been. It's always been this. The quartering, geeks and gamers, like the people who comment on a lot of your tweets, ironically enough. Yeah, when they say woke, this is what they mean. This is what they mean. Literally, there being minorities in media makes the media woke. And then, of course, they say go woke, go broke, which has multiple meanings. Go woke, go broke is both a saying, they say, is sort of like a passive-aggressive, like, go woke, go broke, like, as sort of like a prediction, a tongue-in-cheek prediction that a thing that has gone woke, quote-unquote, will fail, right? But then go woke, go broke is also sort of a, it's meant to act as a warning as well. Like, go woke, go broke. If you go woke, we will boycott you. And usually boycotts don't work too well, but if it's a property that's majority, like, consumed by conservatives, you're gonna have a problem, right? Like, for example, I'm trying to think of a product, like, the headphones I use for shooting at the range. The ear protection I use is by a company called, like, Walker, I think, and they're a super chuddy company, but everything in the gun world, like, all gun products are made by chuddy companies. If they put out, like, an LGBT trans pride thing for June, and they got boycotted by conservatives, that company would go under. Because of how, like, you know, if it's a company that's if you're selecting for a product that is mostly consumed by conservatives, yeah, go woke, go broke can certainly be a thing. But in the case of something like Breath of the Wild, oh, no, that is not going to happen.
This dude have a story to tell, some personal trauma that might cause him to react in this way? 7.8 out of 10. Too many black people trying to cuck Link out of a good thing!
So despite the fact that the Gerudo are clearly supposed to be like the Middle Eastern inspired race, I guess you could say, but they might even be a different species than Hylians, I'm not sure. They could be like a Sari and just take genetic material from
like
Hylians
elves?
to make more Gerudo, right?
Yeah, I know, right? I get it.
But no, now there's actually a lot of Hylians that are various shades of brown throughout the world.
This had me laughing so hard. Borrowing DNAs from Hylians? I legitimately don't understand what you're saying. Is you're implying that there's a Reversia cube that invented the Gerudo people? And like the fact about this game being satanic / grooming kids? God, you guys remind me of my grandparents who called Pokemon and Harry Potter tools of the devil. Keep up the good work. Genuinely entertaining schizo post.
Chat. You know how I said years ago that we're entering a new age of conservative cultural dominance online? And then the last year and a half happened? And you know how for a few months now I've been saying I feel like that age of conservative dominance that I was talking about is kind of winding down? That we're going to start to see a lot of the teenagers who got into politics from this like right-wing propaganda, much like with 2016 and Gamergate, many of them are going to break out of it, realize it was bullshit, and they're going to call it out. Happening more and more often each day. But people are starting to realize how much bullshit this is. That the transphobia, the conservative propaganda is all just a black hole of radicalization being pushed by grifters for their own profit and their own political motives.
Very organic comment.
And they're lying.
150 likes in a few hours on the video that didn't spike in views? Did you come from Twitter or Discord, lol? No, I'm implying that Gerudo aren't Hylian / human, seeing that they only produce Gerudo when they mate with Hylians, which you would know if you actually played the games. As for your other points, you probably support leftist censorship, so your satanic panic illusion falls on deaf ears. I don't support censorship on any level, from either side, but I will call out things I notice. Like how the game implies that Rijo has a huge cock! This guy is for real, dude. The segments I'm reacting to are like 2 minutes out of a 1 hour review of Tears of the Kingdom, where he makes many legitimate points about the gameplay. He's actually serious. He's not joking.
Zelda goes back in time to when Hyrule was founded, essentially, or a little bit after that. Meets the first king and queen of Hyrule, which the king was a fucking goat man, and the queen was a, we'll say, dark elf.
Yo, what up, Groipers? It's me, Synthetic Man here, and, you know, I've been playing through the new Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom. So far, not that woke. Nintendo has really learned from the backlash from the cross-dressing in Breath of the Wild, and, I think we're good to go. I've been playing through the game quite a bit. There's been no woke moments so far, and, I'm really happy that Nintendo oh my fucking god, is that a
And of course, one of the founders
That is how it goes, though. He's not wrong. He's not wrong, though. How the fuck did you not just burst up laughing at that, Zan? I respect your ability to not die laughing. I wanted to, okay?
of Hyrule set the stage for the entire series, created a wonderful Wakanda-esque utopia, is one of these brown Hylians. Almost literally, we was Kangs and shit.
Alright, buddy. Okay,
Oh,
so we have racism, transphobia, homophobia, anti-Semitism, cuckoldery, and maybe even a bit of a lolly on the side, all crammed into this wonderful segment from...
God damn. You just summarized conservatism, Bo Blacks. God damn. You did it. You distilled conservatism down to its primal aspects. Jesus. Its most, like, fundamental, like, core pillars. You've done it. You've pulled it off. That's it. You did it. That's it. That is conservatism at its core. You cut away all the fat and all the sinew and got to the meat of it. That's it right there.
An hour-long Tears of the Kingdom review. And if you thought any of those jokes were completely made up and not based in any beliefs that this guy actually has, I thought that might be the case too, but then I watched his response video and Oh my god. This is some of the most insane shit I've ever heard.
And as you can imagine, Twitter was not happy with me pointing out that Nintendo has further diversified the Hyrule landscape. It wasn't enough to have the Gerudo, the Rito, the Gorons, the Zora, and now the Zonai. No, on top of all of that, half the Hylians is some shade of brown, despite Hyrule itself basically being one giant island landscape, which should have people look relatively similar to one another, especially when you have the Gerudo as specifically the brown people. It stands out that much more when Hylians are
These people really think that they can make a video where they just say Twitter is mad at me, and then they think that just because they said Twitter is mad, that, like, their YouTube viewers will immediately say, oh, well, if Twitter's mad at you, they must be just canceling you for some stupid bullshit. But then they go on a rant about how, oh yeah, Twitter's mad at me because I got upset there were brown people in this game. I don't think it works that way, bro.
Every shade of the rainbow. Twitter also didn't like me pointing out how Rauru looks vaguely similar to Baphomet, which, like I say in the original video, could very likely just be the result of Japan inserting subtle Christian symbolism into their games, which they used to do a lot. But like I alluded to with the gay marriage allegory, I don't actually believe that Rauru is supposed to be symbolic of Baphomet. But considering we live in Clown World, I'm not going to completely rule out the possibility. We live in a time where there are unironic Satanists. Not to mention, have you actually looked at a pride parade anytime in the last few years, or one of these drag queen story?
I want to hear this guy make an argument for how this is a morally bad thing. It's certainly not my cup of tea. It's certainly weird. I'm not going to pretend it isn't. I mean, it's weird, okay? Like, sure. But there's a lot of weird shit that we're just fine with because it doesn't hurt anybody and it's not wrong. There's a difference between weird and wrong. I think that's the core difference between conservatism and, like, the right and the left at the end of the day is the, like, people who are not evil on the right see something that is weird and they immediately connect that with morally wrong. But yeah.
Parade anytime in the last few years, or one of these drag queens.
Nothing wrong with this. What's wrong with this? Why drag queen reading stories to kids bad? Like, really think about it. Think about it like this. You take your kids to Disney World, right? There's just some random people underneath those suits. Underneath those mascot suits, like taking pictures with your kids and stuff. The parents are there. Like costumed adults putting on performances for kids is a tradition that has happened for hundreds of years, okay? There's nothing inappropriate happening here. There's nothing sexual going on. But this guy just hates trans people, so the existence of trans people around kids is grooming. Does he at least have, like, that one Photoshop picture where, like, the kid is next to the guy in, like, the leather dog gimp suit? The fake picture?
Story hours. They're pretty fucking satanic, let's be honest. It certainly is not too outlandish.
Bro, he didn't even show the one with the kid photoshopped into it. Did you... Dude, I recently found this out, but it's wild. That one famous image where it's the kid, the little girl, standing next to the guy on all fours in the leather dog, like, kink outfit. The one that conservatives share around so much. The original image cropped up online recently. It's photoshopped. There is no kid in the original image. Well, actually, the kid is there, but the mom's right next to the kid, and it's like there's like a bunch of shit going, like, that's like cut out of it. That changes the context entirely. The mom is holding the kid's hand, and they're, like, in the crowd while the parade is walking by. Show the original? Let me see if I can find it. Well, I can't show that picture, actually. Fact check. Viral pic of semi-naked men accompanying kids to Pride Parade is photoshopped. So it's a picture where there's a kid, and there's two, like, pretty much naked, like, clearly gay guys walking between the kid, with the kid, like, holding their hands, and it's just photoshopped. Like, in the original photo, they're holding a flag. Yeah, here, I'll show... This is a censored version. Man, I wonder why these images they post always tend to be so grainy. So yeah, like the kids in the photo are photoshopped, obviously. But that Dr. Anastasia Maria Lupi lady posted it to 140,000 views. So yeah, there's a lot of images like that they post, and they are generally fake. Not all of them are, but generally they're fake. I don't know if you guys know about that 4chan Operation Pridefall. It was like, it started back in 2019. The idea was to basically fake like a bunch of stuff like that with Photoshop in order to push this narrative. It started back in 2019, and 4chan calls it Operation Pridefall.
Dish to say that a company could receive compensation for promoting certain things that those people want promoted. And really, that's why I don't feel bad about saying any outlandish things, because just the fact that I'm being attacked for noticing things.
Dude, he was just noticing things. Like the entire Jewish influence that's clearly on the game Tears of the Kingdom. Like, it's so blatant, it's so obvious. I go onto my favorite Zelda fan website and I see gay shit immediately. Like, you gotta be willingly ignorant to not notice these things.
And finally, Twitter was also angry that I made a "We Was Kangs" joke about the Queen of Hyrule, because it's an easy joke and it's funny. I don't really need to justify it in any way. And yeah, that's it. That's all the controversy is over. Apparently that makes me a racist. It also makes me anti-Semitic. Figure that one out. I never mentioned Jewish people one time.
Yeah, guys! When I said the elite were funding Nintendo in order to push propaganda in their games, I wasn't talking about Jewish people. What? You guys are so—
I'm very happy to see Boblax isn't falling for the bullshit. I don't think Boblax is dumb, obviously. I just don't think that he's very, like, into politics, so it's easy for people that are just kind of politically disengaged most of the time to fall for the whole, no, I'm just making edgy jokes. I'm not seriously, like, a bigot or anything. And I'm happy to see that Boblax isn't falling for that bullshit, because this is very evidently sincere political messaging.
so anti-Semitic for that. What the fuck?
I am not the Zoomer version of Jack Thompson who wants to make leftist propaganda illegal or something. No, I want it to die out naturally by nobody buying the products. The problem is, certain shadowy groups of people have amassed so much money that they can fund games that sell 0 copies. These are the type of people that think—
Bro literally said, when in my video did I ever say the Jews? And then goes on to JQ, but specifically not say Jews. God, I love Nazis, bro. I love Nazis, bro. If it weren't for these people, I would not get anywhere near as much spite fuel that I get for the things that I want to achieve, okay? Everything I do is despite these people. Because your success makes these people angry. Oh my god. I love these people because my hatred of them acts as fuel, as motivation. Oh my god. They're genuinely this evil and dishonest. They're so evil, and they're so knowingly wrong in everything they stand for. They actively just lie about what they stand for. It's only in the most radical places that they'll be honest about it. Because they're so wrong, you have to be so far into the pipeline to even be okay with them holding these beliefs that they have to be dishonest about it. Because they know they're full of shit. They know they're full of shit. He'll lie and say, oh, I wasn't talking about the Jews, and then immediately talks about the Jews. Because they know. They know they're full of shit. They're lying about everything, including what they believe. My best work is fueled with spite. All my best work has been fueled by spite. Exactly.
Think it is completely normal and rational to chop your dick off and wear a dress. And now I realize this video is probably going to be demonetized, but I had to get that one in there.
Wait, what? You're responding to your Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom review reactions, and you felt it was really necessary to squeeze in a chopping off dick comment. Okay, dude.
Seriously though, with the radical change in gender ideology and the slow normalization of pedophilia, and I don't care if you think that's schizo, that's apparent to anybody who's paying attention.
I'm pretty sure this is not a drag queen. I remember when this video came out and people were talking about it. Pretty sure this isn't a drag queen. I'm pretty sure this is a cis woman, I'm pretty sure.
Attention, but you keep lying to yourself about that. Do you want to know the
I may
amount
be
of
wrong,
times
but-
I've seen some random Twitter user advocate for the banning
I
of
remember when that
Lolly,
came out, and everyone
then
was
it
like,
turns
no.
out they're an actual pedophile who's been arrested?
Oh no, he's defending Lolicon. No, he's a Lolicon. Oh no. For those that don't know, anytime, because like the pedo community on the internet has come together and made these little enclaves, because if they stick together as large groups, then it's like harder to get picked off and like made fun of and bullied off the internet and even caught for their bullshit. Like than if they're in a big group. So they tend to like get together in big communities online. And so if you criticize one lolicon, if you call one lolicon a pedophile, an army of them will come to attack you. And something they've done whenever I like call out lolicons being pedophiles is they post this like 4chan image copy paste thing. It's like, I guess they all share it around, right? And it's like a list of random guys who I guess were anti-lolicon, but ended up being actual pedophiles. And so now you can just immediately tell somebody's a pedo the second they say, oh yeah, people are against lolicon, but then they're the actual pedophiles, because it's a very ongoing, like, lolicon, like, pedophile community defense. It's like a talking point they share and spread amongst each other. So the second you see that, you know, all right, okay, yep, we're dealing pedocon theory, once again proven true.
Or was arrested after that post. It's not a fucking coincidence, dude. These people are fucked in the head. I don't even give a shit about Lolly. I think it's just drawings.
Of course you do. You literally looked up big cock porn of an underage Zelda character. Of course you just think they're drawings that don't literally expose anybody who faps to them as a pedophile. But no, all drag queens are pedophiles. And Nintendo was grooming children by having big, gay, hot, buff, chunky, delicious little side-on, proposing to the bottom twink cucked Link. Yeah, that's what's gonna normalize pedophilia. Not downplaying the fucking insanity of drawing a child naked. No. That's just leftist censorship.
People seem to think I was a pedo for my take on...
Not gonna lie, maybe this guy has a point though, because after playing Tears of the Kingdom, Boblax is sounding pretty woke. I don't know, maybe the video has a point, because Boblax is sounding pretty woke after playing the game. Like, he's making some based points. I think the game had the desired effect.
Atreus and Angraboda, even though they're both horny teenagers and probably would want to plow each other. I'm sorry if the truth hurts your feelings because you were a loser in high school, a shut-in who never saw any of this shit. Well, despite what you might think of me, I did know multiple people who had sex in middle school and high school, and they weren't lying, dude.
Wait, how do you know they weren't lying? Is that when you got cocked? Is that when you saw the big black dude fuck your girl? Because that's the only way you can confirm for sure that they weren't lying.
But what I do know is none of these Twitter, Reddit, Discord types batted an eye when it turned out that monkeypox was spread through sexual intercourse, and all of a sudden, these kids start getting it somehow, especially ones that had two dads.
It spreads through close contact. It spreads through close skin-on-skin contact.
That's interesting.
Why are we talking about conspiracy theories of gay couples fucking their kids in this Legend of Zelda video?
These are the type of people who are getting paid disabilities they don't even fucking have, like autism.
So basically, monkeypox is a disease that can spread through skin-on-skin contact as well as sexual intercourse. And so conservatives were like, oh shit, it spreads through sexual intercourse too? Well then, parents and their kids who both got monkeypox must mean the parents raped their kids. You know, it's not like, you know, maybe the parents hugged their kid and gave their kid monkeypox. Like, you know, something that's likely to happen. How many times do you think you've gotten sick? The more likely scenario is their kid got them sick. Let's be real. The more likely scenario is the kid had monkeypox, got it from school or some shit like that, and gave it to their parent. Whenever I got sick at school, my mom used to call me the outbreak monkey. Because if my mom or my uncles or my grandma were around me too much, they'd get sick, and then it would spread, and the whole family would get sick. And so if I ever got sick at school, they always called me the outbreak monkey. And that was the nickname. It's called Mpox now, by the way. I do think it's funny with the coincidence that I would always be called the outbreak monkey as a kid if I ever got, like, the flu at school. And I came home and I had a cough and it was like, ah, shit. You're sick. Another kid at school got you sick.
I guarantee they're not even autistic.
Hey, whoa, stop exposing me, what the fuck?
And gender dysphoria sure as hell shouldn't be getting any money. The type of people who shout trans rights at the top of their lungs and then can't even tell you what the fuck that means. You have all the same rights I do. But no, they think...
The right to health care, for starters? The right to use the bathroom they choose to, for starters? The right to any form of medical transition in the states where they're banning it would be a good start. Legal recognition of trans people as their identity would be a good start. We could start at a lot of really good spots. I do like... Back in the day, that argument used to be a little stronger. Because most of what trans people were fighting for were like, yeah, more access to medical care and just general like societal acceptance. There were certainly big issues, but it was harder to point to legislative shortcomings where trans people were not equal to cis people. Now, though, the right has made trans people such a target and has passed literally hundreds of bills. The Human Rights Campaign has called for a state of emergency, and right now, anti-LGBT bills across the board, more have passed this year than any other year in American history. More anti-LGBT bills have passed this year than any other year in human history. Do you want to know what year comes in second place? Last year. Last year comes in second place. Because of this, the Human Rights Campaign has issued a state of emergency for the United States and LGBT people in it. More anti-LGBT bills have passed in America this year than any year in American history.
Free surgery is a right. Chopping your dick off is something that the taxpayer should take the burden of. Are you fucking kidding me, dude? And to make a year-old reference, they can't even define what a woman is. A woman is anyone who says they're a woman. They don't even know what a definition is, because all their words have multiple definitions. Doublespeak, right?
Bro, I wish I could have a combo with this guy. He would fall apart the second you remind him that words are made up.
Rules for thee and not for me. I just can't get over the fact that these people never argue in good faith.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that's why he'll never agree to a debate with the lefty, huh?
Oh boy, dude, he's probably gonna say this video isn't being made in good faith because I'm cutting things around to make jokes. I just wanted to make a funny Zelda video. I thought the comments he made in his review were so ridiculous that they became funny. And that initially was all this video was gonna be, just laughing at that. But then he made this response video and holy shit. Why is this turning into a real argument? He's saying people are responding in bad faith because they pushed back on his suggestion that The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom is grooming children. Please.
Dude, Boblax is being exposed to like a fraction of what I have to deal with every day, and it's left him dumbfounded. Could you imagine if, like, me and Boblax did, like, a shadowing program for a week? Like, I just had Boblax come stay at my place and see what I do. Like what is entailed and what kind of comments I see and what kind of things I cover. And just be like, holy shit. Because right now he's being exposed to, like, a fraction of what I see from the right every single day. That would be an excellent content arc. That would be a good idea. That would be a great content arc.
Please tell me this is a parody account. Please tell me he's not being for real.
I do want people to see this, so maybe they do understand my actual beliefs a little bit more. I'm not going to pull a Sam Hyde and pretend that it's all comedy or something when most of his viewers know that he is definitely more of a radical right-wing guy, even if he does ham up some of his beliefs for comedy's sake.
I do wonder how Boblax is going to respond to this, like, Nazi saying, oh yeah, I mean, it's obvious that Sam Hyde's one of us. God, because Boblax, I think, likes Sam Hyde and doesn't think Sam Hyde's a Nazi. So here we have a Nazi saying, yeah, it's obvious Sam Hyde's one of us. I'm curious how Boblax responds.
Okay, it's real. It's real! What the fuck? How do people think this way? I thought this was something only fringe, alt-right, BitChute-only YouTube band creators would say. Not this gaming review channel with 100,000 subscribers that actually has a fan.
Bro, should I send Boblax a link to Rev Says Desu's channel? The Nazi lolicon YouTuber with 600,000 subs? I should send Boblax a link to that guy's channel. Oh, fuck. Yeah, do it? That would be a good idea. Yeah, big lolicon Nazi channel with 600k subs. That'd be good content. I think there's a lot of YouTubers who aren't even in the political scene that would love to cover that.
Fan base that enjoys this type of shit. This response video has majority likes and has top comments like this person who says, "Some idiots would say it's a conspiracy theory. Well, we've been 90% accurate the past 3 years. Might as well call them political soothsayers." Through reacting to this fucking Legend of Zelda review, I have actually lost even more faith in the average intelligence of the human race. This is insane, and I want to know if I'm going crazy or you guys feel the same way. So whatever opinions you have on this.
This is a good video. This is a good Boblax video. I'm genuinely impressed. I'm actually genuinely impressed. This was a good political commentary video. Coming from Boblax, a drama YouTuber, a commentary drama YouTuber. Pretty happy to see that. Xander, you would actually sync Rev's channel if you did that? Please do it. Yeah, I think I'll do it. That sounds like a good idea. Send it to a couple of big content creators like, hey, look, big file channel. Here's a few videos where he's defending Lolicon. You know, and then there you go. Just kind of see where it goes from there. It's like Fuchs going to all of Barry's enemies and leaving the business card. Like, you're done. I'm just scorched earth, just dropping a wide net. That'd be good. Yeah. This is a very good video from Boblax, though. I really did enjoy it. Came out very good. And I'm surprised. I genuinely am surprised to see a drama YouTuber make such a concise and well-made political video, because I would say this is a political commentary video, less so than a drama or gaming video, whether he realizes it or not. Boblax very well may have accidentally made a damn good political video. Let's go. But yeah, this was really good. It was really good. There'll be a link, of course, to the original video down below, so please go send some support, because, I mean, the video is good. It deserves positive feedback.